welcome to Craic at the Rootless. It's a free-flowing show full of chat, tastings, and above all, enjoying alcohol responsibly. So if you have anything that you'd like to talk about, if you have... it's looking funny.
No, the microphone seems a bit...
Is it not working?
Yeah, no. Really slick, this show.
Good, it's all right. Back on?
Back on, there we go.
Back on, there we go. If you have anything, if you've found any funky new pubs in your area, if you've tried any new drinks that you want to tell us about, just drop us a line at Marie@therootlesspub.com and we can have a chat about them on up-and-coming shows. So, joined today is, I have Ewan Rankin here. He's my all-good superhero comics. He's the sidekick that knows more about everything than I do.
Steady on.
Apart from drinking and bars, I know more about that.
Yeah, we did that yesterday.
Yes, it did.
How good was that?
Yeah, that was a really good day out.
We had a great day.
Yeah,
we started
fantastic.
early and we carried on till late.
Yeah, I think you started earlier, an hour earlier than me. But
I did.
And you lasted longer than me as well.
Yeah, I did. I carried on. Well,
yeah.
I did, and then someone gave me a lift home who I didn't know. That sounds really inappropriate, doesn't it? No, they were suggested that I had a lift with them by someone that knew us both. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I got in his car, my mouth stopped working. Just couldn't get the words out. So it's like, sorry.
You always do. When you're drunk, it's always one thing. You either can not talk anymore, or you go to the extreme of just talking.
We've just said about enjoying drink responsibly, and I've confessed to being drunk to the point. Sorry.
It's okay. But from now on, we're going to enjoy it responsibly.
We are, absolutely.
So introduce yourself, Ewan. Who are you?
So my name's Ewan Rankin. I'm a photographer based here in Birmingham, and I just know Marie through a networking group, and that's it. I make videos, corporate videos, that kind of stuff, and run a podcasting network called British Tech Network, which is really cool. We've got some nice people in that as well.
Yeah, you've got some fantastic people on there, and you do amazing videos as well. You do some really good corporate ones that are. I've seen a couple of them over the last few weeks.
Go to YouTube and check out 12 Space Media, 12 Space Media.
Yes, fab. Right, okay, so should we start off with one thing yesterday while we're out? So I like to think of it as market research when we go drinking.
Right.
So one of the things you came across was a new drink, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Now, this is Cafe Nero, the chain, have started selling an espresso and tonic.
Yeah.
And it's just tonic, normal tonic water.
Yeah.
Like that, with an espresso. And they do one with the Mediterranean fever tree tonic as well. Mm-hmm. I just had the plain one, and it was quite interesting because it wasn't horrible, but it just needed a little sweet edge. And I said, you want to put orange in it instead of lemon. And it would be really nice. I quite enjoy it, quite refreshing, really good.
I think it'd be quite nice with a nice little bit of hazelnut syrup or something like that in it as well.
They do a special one with the ginger syrup in it.
Yes, that sounds nice. Yeah, definitely. Nice. The my favourite cocktail is espresso martini, so I'm definitely looking at trying the one with.
Yeah, you got to give me one of those because I haven't tried that. It was
well, we're going to do it in the next weekend, aren't we? I'm going to make you a few. We've got the pub will be up, so Yes, so we'll have some espresso martinis on the day.
So, what is the inflatable pub? Well, what is the Rootless Pub then?
So the Rootless Pub is it's an umbrella for a collection of mobile bars. So that's anything from flat pack bars that go onto rooftops on top of 8-9 floor buildings, all the way to an inflatable pub on the screen now. So the inflatable pub is the one that's the exciting, sexy.
Oh mate, it's awesome!
Yeah, everyone loves the inflatable pub, and it's a great, interesting way as well for us to work. We can go anywhere really, and we don't particularly have any limitations. The only one really that limits us is wind. But other than that, it's all...
as in flatulence?
No, not as in flatulence, as in from the heavens above, that type of wind.
It's a great bar, and it's the space in it is huge compared to what you think it's going to be. An inflatable pub, and you think it's going to be a pokey little hole, and it's nice. Yeah,
and everyone always thinks it's going to be like a bouncy castle. I've had a few people say, do you not spill all the drinks? But no, the floor is not bouncy. The floor is straight onto the floor, so that's not too bad.
Brilliant.
Great. So that's the Rootless Pub. I think what we might do first of all is let's have a chat about what's going on this weekend around the area. So there's a couple of really amazing festivals going on this weekend. So first one is the Sausage and Cider Festival. That one's starting today, and that'll be on until Sunday. And they get absolutely amazing bands there. So that's hopefully something that I'm going to be at next year.
Yeah, so these are like, because it's got No Oasis, Night Killers, Women in Rock. So these are all Kaiser Thieves. So these are all kind of cover bands.
Yeah, they're cover bands, but they're
usually really good, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really good cover bands. So it's something. It's a great way to hear those bands' music, but it makes it more accessible because the tickets are a lot cheaper, and you can get some really good tickets for about £20. And
the
you can also camp.
There's like a picture here, and there's a stage, and the stage looks pretty big. Is it? Have you been? Is it a big festival?
Yeah, I went last year. Yeah, it's a big festival. Yeah, and they get a lot of people there. So it's definitely something 100% good to have a go to, and it's brilliant to camp there. So it's almost like a mini Glastonbury, without all the wood and everything like that. But yeah, a lot of people go camping. It's a really nice family event as well. So that's quite nice. If you want somewhere where you want to bring all your kids and go for the weekend and listen to music, have some nice beers, good sausage, way to go. Well, ciders actually, not beers.
I love good sausage.
Huh? You love a good sausage. Right, we'll leave that there. So so the other one is the meat and barbecue one. So it's along the same kinds of lines, but this one's in Digbeth.
Yeah.
They've done. I think this is the third year they've done this one now. So it's the meat barbecue and gin festival. So coming away from the cider, going on to the gin, which is really, really popular, obviously, at the moment. Probably maybe starting to come down in popularity at the moment as rum's starting to take off, but it's still very much on the top of the wave.
You say rum's taking off, gin's
rum's
having a dive.
Thing. Yeah, rum's not having a dive yet. Rum is on the way, coming up now to start closely following up on its coattails. But there's some really fantastic new rums coming out in the market, and some fantastic new mixers coming on the market as well to mix it with. So we've got Schweppes are doing a really nice one. It's a dark mixer, and that goes amazingly.
Right. Are we going to get some of that on the show? We're going to try it.
Yeah, we could bring some of that in next week. Maybe.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Do a few different rums and things.
Now,
like that.
I was going to go to. I would go to the meat festival because I'm a bit of a meat freak.
Yeah, me too.
I would go to the meat festival, but I'm going out for a meal tomorrow night, so I'm worried that I'll just end up like a barrel.
No, you won't end up like
I'll eat
a barrel.
myself to stand still.
Just eat responsibly and drink responsibly, and then everything's going to be okay. Moderation is the key to everything.
Behave, Ewan.
Behave. That's all you got. Just be a good boy. Just be a good boy.
But we should tell people if they've got a festival near them that they think we want published, it doesn't matter if it's like even your fate or something like that. Send it in and we'll read it out.
Yeah, definitely. Anything like that, especially ones that are new or starting up. Anything like that. If you've just been to one, it's really good to let us know about it. You've been avoiding the fact that you're wearing a high-vis vest. Okay, I think I better. We had a wardrobe malfunction today. So the one thing Ewan said to me was, "Don't wear green." So I turned up in a yellow blouse. It's a yellow blouse. Look, it's not. Which arm is it? This one.
It's a see-through blouse.
It turned see-through when we went on camera. So we had to quickly rub it around. So we got a high vis to save everyone the terrible sight of possibly seeing my boobs.
No. For those listening on audio, it doesn't mean that you can see Marie's boobs. It means you can see the screen behind her in the pub through the shirt. Yeah,
it was a pretty horrific sight. So yeah, so
I should have said because I wear like because people write in and they accuse me of being brainless.
Why?
That's just because I'm noxious. But I deliberately use yellow earpiece.
Right.
Because then when I turn my head sideways, you can see straight through my head. Onto the backdrop, yeah.
And everyone goes, see, we told you.
He is brainless,
yes, we told you. So to top off the outfit, what I'm going to do as well is... I just thought I might as well put it in context.
You're looking to get into some contracting as well, now.
The problem is, it might be an extra bit I can go to. I think I look quite good with it on. I'm not sure the glasses fit.
Blue's your colour, mate.
You think?
Yeah.
Blue, yellow, pink.
It's actually an orange jacket, but it's just.
I'm keeping this on for the rest of the show. Do you think I should?
That's your choice, mate. It's entirely your choice.
I don't think I will. No, we'll leave it off. So the other thing we're going to do today is some lovely beer tastings.
So we've got some tonics coming in, and we've got some mixers coming in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But we've been sent a bit of beer.
Yeah. So the beers are going to be the nice ones now for today. So we can have a little.
But there's also we were supposed to have Jeff on, weren't we? Now Jeff's in America.
Yeah.
Now normally he's in Boulder in Colorado.
Yeah.
But he's he's at a convention in Vegas.
Yeah.
And I think because of the fact it's a different time zone,
it's an hour difference.
I think I'm getting a call in about an hour.
Yeah,
Jeff going, where the hell are you, mate?
Yeah, and he's going to be all piped up to do this beer test. And it was quite cool because we were going to do local beers from his area as well.
Well, no, but the thing is, you've got a gig, haven't you, on July 4th? That was the whole point of having him on, because he was going to talk us through some of the American beers.
That's right, and we were going to have, and also he was going to pass on some of his knowledge around there, and we were going to have a nice. He's quite knowledgeable about beers as well, so it would have been good. But it's not fine. We can do it another time. We can do it twice.
Yeah, no, we'll do it. Yeah, but July 4th, you've got an American themed event, haven't you, with the Rootless?
Yeah, so we've got a corporate event where basically they want, because it's July the 4th, all American themed stuff. So this is quite a nice way to test out some different types of beers and things like that, and see what would be nice to put on for them.
Right.
Because there's some great stuff on the market at the moment. Like you were telling me earlier as well, I didn't realise Canberra do a brilliant scheme with the tankers.
Yeah, I was talking to David Glenwright. David Glenwright's going to come on the podcast. He's a guy who I think I've got this right. He's qualified to teach you how to taste beers.
Yeah, he is
properly.
Yeah,
which is really, really cool.
And to smell them and to know the difference in the hops and all things like that. Yeah.
Well, that's the key thing, is that I love beer, but I'm not a great lover of hoppy beers.
Yeah.
It's not totally my thing, but I appreciate the fact that I may be not appreciating the beer properly because of the way that I'm drinking it or something like that. But so David's going to come by on one of the shows, and he's going to take us through tasting beers. We're going to have some beers here for that as well.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. And it also tells us some beers you serve at different temperatures and things like that as well.
Yeah.
And that can drastically change the taste of it and how you appreciate it. So that'll be a really great one to see as well.
Cool. Should we start with the American beers?
Should we have a look at one? Yeah, which one are you
going
for?
So we've got, first one, it's green label, so I can't give it to you because it won't show up.
Yeah. I can put it in front of my eyes.
We've got Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
Yeah, this is a massively popular one in England as well. You can buy this on draft.
I was going to say, you can get it on draft, can't you?
Yeah. So this might be something that if it comes out, I'll possibly put on draft. We get quite small. They can get this in a 30 litre, which is handy for smaller events because there's 55 pints in that. So it's quite good for smaller events where we don't, we might not use. Oh, I can hear the gurgle.
There we go.
Marvellous.
I'll pass it through to you, and you can pour your glass full.
Touch.
I'm
not a massive beer drinker, so this is quite good for me. I'm mainly a wine type of woman.
Right.
So it's quite nice for it to do the different ones.
It's a little cloudy, isn't it?
A little cloudy. It's quite a big head on it. I think that's possibly how I've just thrown it into the glass. Yeah.
Yeah. Are we supposed to have separate glasses for every one of these so we don't taint them or spit them out and that kind of stuff? Or are we going to drink them?
We're going to drink them. We're not spitting nothing out. We're going to drink them. Yeah, so this is a pale ale, 5.6. So it's definitely not a session beer. So be careful when you're drinking it. It's not one to go nuts on, but it's very nice.
That reminds me of when I drank beer when I was about 7 at my next door neighbour's party, and it was Double Diamond. And you get that metallic-y, like hoppy taste that...
I don't think it's too hoppy.
It's not. I can cope with that.
I think that's quite a nice, easy drinking one. But that for me, is the limit of where I would go. There's a strong aftertaste on that as well.
Yeah.
I'd say for a proper beer drinker, they'd really like that. For someone that's new into beer, it's possibly a bit of a strong taste to it. Do you like it, Ewan?
I'm trying to get the glass empty so that it doesn't affect the next one.
Not the most elegant way to drink a pint.
Well, I'm off camera. You're on.
Oh, right. Okay, I'm on.
So
I've just realised now I'm going to have to put too much in.
You've got to drink
there.
it, yeah. Right. You've got to actually drink it, mate. There we go.
There we go.
I quite like that. I wouldn't, I got to say, would I be happy spending good money on that when there was another beer I liked more? No. But it wasn't, if someone said, I bought you a Sierra Nevada, would you like it? Yeah, I'll drink it, absolutely.
I've got to be honest. The more you have, once you've had 2 or 3 mouthfuls of it, it's quite nice. I think most beers are like that.
Yeah.
I quite like that. Actually,
you can hold it up. If you hold it up, look, it's gone see-through. There we go. It's the pub behind you.
Is it better if I put it in there?
Well, now it's gone straight through your see-through blouse as well.
Here, I'll give it back to you to do another.
We'll get this right, mate. Who
screenshot.
says it's got to be slick? No, you put it down. So this one is the Shipyard Ale, and that didn't come out because the camera was on me either. Hold it up again.
Hold what?
I'm an idiot. I've driven. It's because I shouldn't drink and drive. There we go. See, look. There's the label through. Yeah.
Good.
So the next one is the one that I started with yesterday. I had a Shipyard IPA.
Now, you liked this yesterday. You had 2 or 3 pints of this, didn't you? And it was quite
I
easy
had 2
drinking.
pints of it, but I got to say, I was down to the end of the second pint.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, I'd have something else.
Yeah.
I'd had enough by that point.
What I
wanted
did
something a
like
little
about
less.
this one is it seemed when they were pouring it to be a very easy pour for them. It wasn't one of those where sometimes you get some of these ales and it's...
Well, it comes out kind of... It came out and it was like a Guinness, it filled up with a swirliness.
Yeah,
and then
you could see
settled to
the air
head,
bubbles
yeah.
going through it. Yeah, definitely.
There you go.
100%.
That's for you.
Yes, nice one.
Lot clearer,
A little bit.
lot cleaner,
Yes,
lightly bubbled.
a lot cleaner. Well, this is more of an IPA, isn't it?
Yeah.
Still a bit strong, at 5%. So still not a session ale, but most of these aren't going to be session ales. But this one's got a very good name. It's very popular in America as well as here. No, I like that.
See, I really like that, yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. That's a little bit fruity as well afterwards.
And the thing is, because the other one
down.
was more hoppy, this one is tasting less hoppy straight away. But actually, the hops do come straight again afterwards.
Yeah.
Now, Jeff, we were going to do Boston Lager as well, but Jeff was kind of like, I'm not into that. It's an average. The Sam Adams Boston Lager is a really commercial beer. He said Sierra Nevada and Shipyard are nice in the email he sent to me.
Yeah.
And he was going to bring us one to try, which was Dale's Pale Ale, which is a Denver beer.
I was looking forward to hearing about that because he was saying he's actually met the guys that make it and all things like that. So I think that would have been a nice one. So hopefully when we do get him on, we can get that done again.
We'll get him on. We'll definitely get him on.
Definitely.
So he mentioned as well, so I can't get my words out. So in Boulder, there's a gin called Spirit Hand Gin. I think they make a whiskey as well.
Yeah.
But the Spirit Hand Gin, Jeff brought me a bottle when I was talking at Macworld. And I brought it back to the UK and my wife tried it. She's a big drinker, gin drinker. She likes gins.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. You could drink it neat quite happily. It was absolutely gorgeous. And the
Can
way
you get
that
that
they do
here
it,
or is it just in
no,
America?
you can't get it at all.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that they actually do it is that the distillery pay the locals to pick the berries and bring them in, and they make gin with the berries in small batch runs, and then they pay the people in gin. Yeah,
I love that.
And it's just so cool.
I love that. It reminds me a bit of the story about poaching in Ireland. And there's a type of silter thing. It's made by what's around you. They didn't give it away to people. You had to come in and buy it on the black market.
I was going to say it's illegal, isn't it, poaching? It was even then. It was then. The strains of it that are legal now. It's actually something strange enough. For years, it was kind of the spirit that nobody, unless you were looking at getting absolutely trolleyed, would go for. But there's some really nice distilleries at the moment that have refined it and are starting to bottle it, and you can actually buy poaching now in the bottle. Well, my dad's Irish.
Yeah.
And he worked in a garage, and he tells a story about a bloke who came and said, "Do you want a swig of poaching?" And he gave him a bottle, and he said he'd never tried it. So he said he put it up to his lips, and then he just licked his lips to see what it tasted like. Yeah. And 4 hours later, someone came in with a car and went, "You've been drinking poaching." Yeah. It was that strong. So.
It's dangerous stuff. It's one of these. You get people that just make it, and then there's people that have perfected it, and it is fabulous stuff. But it's very, very strong. But like I say, there's it's on the market now. Hey,
have you had it?
Like we say, it's illegal. So
no, of course you haven't. Sorry, my mistake.
I've had a tiny taste of it, and it's, to be honest, it's so strong. It's not enjoyable to drink. It just literally, when you get the ones that are just made in the back gardens, it just burns your throat. And that's what it was years ago. Not anymore. You don't get here with that anymore.
Steer clear of alcohol made in the back garden.
Yeah, no, it's not. Always proper.
Wise words.
Yes, it's never a good thing to do. Yeah, always stick to ones that are out of a nice bottle that's properly made. I would say for definite.
Should we do the next one?
Yes.
So the next one is UBU, which is a purity ale, which is local to where we are, because I'm in Warwickshire at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, UBU is an absolutely fantastic brewery, and really good lads that run it as well. So they've really taken what was passion for beer and grown it into an amazing business now where they've just got so many different really good beers. It's one that we normally have Lawless on the bar quite a lot. And so it's quite useful for me now to try UBU just in case it's something that we want to switch over to. But UBU's a big seller. It's been around now for about 5 years. I might be wrong on that, but they're doing really great.
Well, Purity sponsor, or they provide beers at Wasps. So I had a season ticket there, and I tried a couple of pints of this. And again, because they're coming on the show, aren't they? You're going to get the
hopefully we're going to get them over here.
And again, I'm keen for them to kind of educate me how I should be drinking it rather than just trying to swig it and go, no, I don't like it. So.
Which is what they love, because they are all about the quality of the beer, the integrity of beer, looking after it properly. And they really support also the pubs and the land people just to teach them they do brewery tours, they do training sessions, because they really want it to be, because they love their product, they want to make sure that it's served to the end customer properly.
Well, we're going to go there, aren't we, as well? Yes,
definitely.
So we've got an outside broadcast.
We're going to I'm looking forward to that. We're going to do it.
That'll be recorded.
Let's see how that goes.
That'll be recorded and heavily edited.
Yeah.
So this one's a little bit darker, isn't it?
It's a lot darker, but still quite clear. It's not a cloudy one, but yeah, it's definitely darker. What percentage are you on this one? 4.5. So we're starting to come down. This is more of a 1.
Are we getting a taxi when we go over there?
To
Purity.
Yeah. Oh yes.
It's a big taxi job.
That's a big taxi job. Yeah. That's a
get an Uber to UBU.
An Uber. Oh God, you own.
But tish.
As a taste.
Oh, now I really like that.
Yeah.
That's still a little hoppy for me, but that's got. That's like I don't know what I say. Chocolate.
Yeah.
Caramel.
Yeah. This is
wow. That's really hit me.
Yeah. This is an extremely popular one. When I'm going to quick read at the back of it. Full flavoured amber ale, named after.
That is gorgeous.
Oh, it's named after their faithful canine friend Tess.
UBU.
I know, that's what I thought.
Surely the dog's named UBU.
Don, we just read that again.
Maybe that was the dog's superhero alter ego.
Maybe so. Often found lazing around the farm. She affectionately earned the nickname. So the nickname.
The nickname maybe.
So the nickname, Useless Bloody Urchin. UBU. There it is. That's why. Useless Bloody Urchin. UBU. I like that. Call my 16-year-old.
Mate,
no, I wouldn't.
There's a queue for that.
Why? You want it for yours as well?
Oh, mate, every 15-year-old deserves that.
Yeah, they're all rat bags. Yeah, I really like that. So, and I can see as well. So they tell you as well. It's perfectly to pair with red meats, game, and mature cheddar. And tasting it, I can absolutely see that.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah, that's a really nice beer.
Now, I've stayed away from Purity because I had a normal Purity ale.
They've got some beautiful stuff.
And it was very, it was more hoppy than I like.
Was it cask or was it a kegger?
I got it on draft at the Wasps. And I think it was just like, I just figured all of them were like that. So I've never drunk UBU until this morning. And that's afternoon. This afternoon, it's after midday.
This afternoon, yes.
We're doing this after, we're going to always record this podcast after midday.
Yes.
But I think I probably switched off from their beers because they were hoppier than I would like.
Yeah, but they're not all like that.
But that is gorgeous.
Yeah, they have a great range. Most breweries do. Most breweries will always have a range of a very, very low session beer. Like they do one called Bunny Hop as well.
Now, my perception is that that's quite strong.
Bunny Hop?
No, this one.
This one. No, it's not too bad. It's 4.5.
Okay.
So with the stronger. 4.5 is still high. It's still up there. It's not a session. But it's a drinkable one.
Depends on your sessions.
Yeah, we couldn't do a session on that. Our sessions, no.
I finished up on one last night. I can't remember. It's 6D. No, it wasn't 6X. It was 6DI or something like that.
61 Deep?
Yeah, that was it.
Marston's.
That was lovely.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Another
quite
very popular, yeah. That's a nice one to... It's either a nice one to start on and get you ready in for it, or a nice one to end on because it's quite easy drinking.
Yeah, it is. It's very nice.
Marston's
cloudy,
61 Drink is a nice one.
But it didn't look cloudy as in like it wasn't kept well. It looked cloudy like it was designed to be.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, there's a lot of them. And especially with the, depending if... I'm not sure, was that keg or cask? But if it was a cask one, it might be one that they've brewed as a bright beer. Basically means that they don't have to leave old casks you have to leave to settle for ideally minimum 24 hours. So a bright cask is one where it's brewed where you don't have to do that. You can literally tap it straight away. So that will always come out cloudy. And it doesn't mean that whoever's looking after the beer hasn't looked after it properly.
No.
It's meant to be like that.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, so they're quite good ones. And all breweries will have a bright beer.
You're quite a knowledgeable landlady.
I'm not too bad.
You've impressed me today.
Have I?
Yeah, serious.
Well, I'm glad that's
No, I knew you were good at what you did, but this is a different level, mate.
Oh, you didn't realise I actually knew what I did,
No, I knew you knew what you did, but it was just like, this is geek. This is beer geek.
I think, but they're one of the things you have to learn very quickly. When people ask for a cask ale, and probably, to be honest, when I started the company, I didn't know that. I knew that there was ones that you always had to leave them to settle.
Right.
But the bright ones, another way people call them fast casks. So that's another way of calling them. But a lot of the time when it's fast casks, they're more of the mainstream breweries like Hobgoblin have got a fast cask, things like that. But all of the microbreweries will also have a fast cask. Especially for festivals, you have to have things like that for festivals because you have to move the barrels. You've got to change them over. You've got to get them up on the stints and things like that. So you've got to move the barrels.
I do like the witch bowls and all those kind of things. There's quite a few of those that I do get on with, but some of the stuff like the Old Witch and stuff like that, I find that, wow, that's like mouthwash to me. They've got a big range of beers, haven't they?
A massive range, And that's what's great about breweries now. I don't think you could speak about any brewery and say, oh, I don't like their beers, because they will have a product that goes into everything.
I was talking to David about Brewdog because some of their stuff. I mean, the alcohol-free one is just that's just laced with hops to get away from the fact that it's not alcoholic, and I just can't stand it. And if you look at the big list that they've got up on the board when you walk into the one in Birmingham, I always just go for 5am Saint, or I go for the 7% porter because I really like porters. So.
Now, is that because, this is really interesting because this is something I've had in the is that because there's such a massive choice that you go, oh my God, it's a bit overwhelming? No. Because they do have a massive choice in Brewdog.
It's what I've just described with Purity. I've had a beer there, and actually I had a beer with Brewdog and I switched off from them because it's like, this is the type of beer they make, I don't want them because I don't like that kind of full-on hop. Yeah, and that's what I've done with Purity. When actually, if I'd have tried UBU first, I actually would have been a lot more receptive, and I might have cultured myself into something. Yeah,
it's always worth, especially in Brewdog, because they've got their staff are so knowledgeable. It's always worth saying, right, this is the type of beer that I like. What have you got?
No, I do that, and that's why they pushed me onto 5am Saint, and I actually do enjoy quite happily drinking that. And they won't sell pints of the 7% stuff. So
no, you can't. That's it. It would be. It'd be one. It's bad business because obviously you've got to stick to licensing laws, all things like that. But also, the faster people get drunk, the faster they go home. Yeah. And you've also got to make sure it's a nice atmosphere for everybody in the pub. The best way of doing things is to keep everyone on a nice level, where they're at that nice merry stage, and everyone's having fun. But as soon as if you send out alcohol that's too high a percentage, it's just a bit irresponsible, and it's not great for business, to be honest, to do it either. It's not good for everybody else. The worst case scenario is you want everyone going, oh God, I had a few pints of that, I'm never drinking that again because it killed me. Yeah. It's just no point, especially if it's a really nice beer for the brewery, because a lot of those high percentage ones are excellent. And that's why they're served in the smaller ones, so people enjoy them properly. Yeah, cool. Right, last one then. This is Buttyback. Now, I picked this because I really like this. I'm just going to swig this one. You're not on camera for that, don't worry. Oh, thank you. No one would have known if you'd have just done it. Now, Buttyback. So, Y Valley, really, really nice one, a 4.5. Yep. Same thing again, and not a session, a middle of the range one, but a really nice tasting beer, and I think quite easy drinking as well. And a very, very established that's got a weird brewery smell as well. Got a weird smell? No. It's a distinctive smell is what I meant to say. Yes. Yeah, I've got to say, I also love Buttyback's. I love their branding. I love that it's a very simple. It's a nice bottle. Yeah, I really love their branding as well. I think they do it really well. It's a bit lighter than the UBU, probably on a scale with the Nevada, I would have said, in terms of depth of colour, but it's a lot clearer than the Nevada one. Yeah, this to look at it, you could quite easily think this was just a lager. It very much looks like a lager. If you saw a pint of that, you'd think it was a lager. Now, I think that's because I've had the UBU, that's come across a lot lighter, definitely. And we've tasted that in the wrong order, maybe. I don't know. Well, maybe so. But I think what the good thing about this one is it's easy drinking, and which is why it's probably my favourite. Too easy. It's too easy, yeah. You can knock a few of those back, no problem. when it's a nice one. It's a nice introduction into beers. If you're not used to drinking ales or things like that, it's a nice one to start off with because it's that very much an in between a lager. It's absolutely not a lager, but it hasn't got that really hoppy aftertaste or anything like that afterwards.
Yeah,
it's a really good one.
It's lovely. Very nice.
Yeah, I do like that one. Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
What's your favourite? If you could have any ale.
I was just about to say, should we do a favourite?
Yeah, what's your favourite? Well, do a favourite out of these and tell me your favourite in general.
Oh, man. See, the thing is I got ingrained through rugby into just drinking Guinness. And I do love Guinness. I really, really enjoy look forward to a good pint of Guinness.
Guinness is fantastic. It is brilliant. But the other good thing now is a lot of these breweries are starting to bring out porters of their own.
Yeah.
And there's some really great ones out there. Dig Brew do a Mayo Stout.
Well, we had that at the Irish Day, didn't we, at the St. Patrick's Day, and I really enjoyed that one. That was lovely.
Yeah. That absolutely went down a treat. That did.
Bit lethal.
Bit lethal. Same thing. It's strong. It's one of those where you've got to be careful which is why a lot of the time on the bar I don't really put very strong beers on. You've got to be careful what you're going out with. But the thing is, Guinness has the brand. Guinness has the history.
It's a good beer, and I like the Hop House. I mean, I've got a Hop House glass here, but the Hop House 13 is really nice.
Yeah, it's Hop House 13.
It's not too hoppy.
It's a funny one. You either get people that absolutely love Hop House, or if people that go, no, it seems to be a bit of a Marmite one.
The Marmite of beers.
The Marmite of beers. Yeah. And I don't know why, but it sells amazingly on the bar. When it's on the bar, it sells really well. But all of a sudden, you'll have someone goes, oh no, I can't drink Hop House. Right. But it's a brilliant seller on the bar, and also a really nice pint to pull as well. It's very nice to pull. I
think out of the four, I have to say the UBU. That was because that was a real pleasant shock to the system. I didn't expect it. It got that chocolatiness, that caramel flavour, that really bang on hit me. I would go out and deliberate. If I saw that on the bar, I'd say, oh, I'll have an UBU.
Have it now.
Which I wouldn't have done.
Yeah, before. Absolutely. Yeah, I think definitely UBU is one. A lot. I don't know why, but you normally get on a lot of the bars. You get Lawless, Longhorn, Purity Longhorn on the bars. Yeah. UBU for me is the is the secret beer of Purity. I think it's one that should be sold a lot more of, but mainly in bottles rather than on draft, unless it's a main Purity.
Is there a distinction in the taste though? Because I mean, I've said I've liked that, and it's come out of a bottle. Would I go to a bar, order it off draft, and I'd get a different taste than I expected?
No. Bottles now they're such good quality.
Right.
Same thing with cans. Sometimes out of a can is even better quality. The good thing about a bottle, obviously, and which is another reason why they're always dark, is it protects the beer inside. So they'll always from the UV, sunlight and things like that. So now a lot of them are trying to switch over to the cans. The good thing about a can is one, it's brilliant for stacking, and you can chill it a lot faster in the chiller.
Right.
But also, because it's the aluminium can, it really protects the beer inside. So I would say if the freshest beer is in the can, and then the bottle obviously is the exact same as what's coming out of a cafter. It's just such good quality now, and the technology behind doing it is just amazing now. So yeah, it's the same. It's not like years ago where you was like, oh, I'm not having it. It's got to be proper stuff comes out of a cask. Now you get very good quality out of a bottle or a can.
So that's my favourite. Now, you started with a favourite, as in with Buttyback. So has any of the other beers swayed you away from that, or are you still going to stick with it?
Buttyback is still my favourite. UBU, again, I really like UBU. The Sierra Nevada and the Shipyard are that bit stronger. They're
more hoppy.
Yeah, without meaning to sound sexist or anything like that. They're kind of more of a man's type of very strong tasting, rounded.
On the basis I don't like hoppy beers, I'll take that as an insult.
Okay, there. You're a man,
I am a man, yes, I know, but I'm just not a man that drinks man's beers, clearly.
I drank enough beer yesterday.
Oh, God. Less said about that, the better.
So they're, definitely. I've got to do it all again tonight now. I've got to go to an awards ceremony tonight. So really, that's going to be another heavy one.
And next week, don't forget, we're doing tonics. So here's a Schweppes 1783. Now, I've had the cucumber version of this, which we'll review next week.
Absolutely gorgeous,
I did love it. Yeah. It was gorgeous.
This is one of my favourite ranges now, the 1783. They do some absolutely fantastic ones now. They do a darker mixed one that's perfect for dark spirits. And then they have the cucumber. And there's also a zesty lemon one that's perfect with different types of gin.
Let's not spoil it, though. Do that next week.
I know, but we can tell
beers
them
this week, gin and tonic next week. Okay. Might have to leave the car at home.
No, we'll just be tasting. Just little taste, Ewan.
Little taste.
Little taste of things that could get crazy. Yes.
No, we're only tasting mixers next week, aren't we? There's no alcohol involved.
I think we should mix it. I think we need to mix them.
You're getting an Uber over here.
Getting an Uber, yeah. No, I think it's good because it shows them off. The whole point of how they've the science behind it is mixing it and matching it to the different types of spirits.
Yeah,
and they've got an amazing a wheel which basically tells. So me as a publican, it tells us exactly right. Okay, this mixer is perfect with this, and this, and this. So they've really put a lot of thought into make sure it goes out.
My wife and I went to a gin bar in Birmingham where you could buy it, but they had a license so you could actually sit and test them before you had it. So it was like 2 gin and tonics. Let's try this.
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh, do you want this mixer? Do you want this mixer?" And they went through a pile of mixers, and actually, we had is it Rockpool, the Scottish one that's in the opaque bottle?
Yeah.
We had that, and we both had different tonics, and then we'd sip it, and then we'd swap.
Yeah.
And the tonic that I had with mine just killed it. It ruined the gin entirely.
Yeah.
And Sharon's was lovely.
Yeah.
And then she tried it. It's like, oh, no, I don't like that.
Yeah.
And it's the same gin with 2 different tonics. And tonics seem to almost be a bit more important in terms of ruining the drink.
Absolutely. Yeah. The tonic should complement the spirit and it shouldn't mask the flavour of it. And if you match them properly, which is brilliant nowadays, because years ago, there was pretty much one mixer and that was it. But it's great now, so it really complement the spirit and totally change the taste of it depending on what you put with it. Which is kind of the same as beers. It's all about how you store it, what temperature you sell it, all those types of things.
We might have to spit next week rather than swallow then if we're doing gins. That'd be...
I'm not spitting you.
That'd be dangerous. That's going to be dangerous, Robin.
Well, we'll just do an evening one. That'd be better. We're all right to do it in the evening. You do that.
Bring Andrew over so he can give us both a lift home.
Andrew'd love that. Yeah, well, no, there's no.
What, being a taxi driver?
I know Andrew would definitely be drinking it. He'd be like, "Here we go, chick. Let's have a go at this one." Andrew's my partner, by the way. Everyone's going, "Who's this Andrew guy?" So Andrew's Mr. Rootless, we call him. He's the one behind the scenes that does all the logistical stuff and gets the pub where it needs to be and then gets it up safe and sound. So he's
Trojan.
He's amazing.
Does all the pipe work and everything, doesn't he?
Yeah, he can say. Well, he's amazing as well because as we've got busier and busier, we've needed 2 extra cellar equipment and things like that. So now he started building our own now, so it works out a lot more cost effective. He loves it. He absolutely loves it.
Brilliant.
He's really hands on at stuff. He's fab. Hey Andrew, how are you? Shout out to Andrew. Okay. So that's the last of the beers. I really enjoyed that. I think we should do that again.
We will with some different beers.
Different.
And we're back again next week.
Back again next week. I think next week it'd be really good to do the Schweppes one.
We'll do Schweppes on Friday. That'll be it.
Yeah, and we'll try
live at 1 p.m.
Live at 1 p.m. and we'll try and get Dallon from Schweppes as well, from Coca-Cola. She's the rep that supports me in making sure that basically I've got everything that I need to make sure that the customers a great thing. So
and we've got some
really
branded glasses, haven't we?
Yeah, beautiful glasses.
They are beautiful.
Yeah, Coca-Cola are amazing with all they're like the top range of their merchandise and things like that. So they're really good at giving stuff out. Fab. Right, okay, so what are you up to this weekend? Finish up?
This weekend we're going out for dinner on Saturday night, and then my lad goes on an NCS thing, which is like a youth camp thing. So it's looking forward to that. We're seeing him off on Sunday, so I've got a week of peace and quiet.
Looking forward to seeing him off.
I'm seeing him off. I've got a week of peace and quiet.
How long is he going for?
It's only 4 days, the first one, and then he's got 2 days at home, and then he goes off for another 4 days. So.
Oh right, okay. Yeah. Where is it?
I don't know what it is exactly, but it's that doesn't sound like a good parenting, does it?
No, you're just shipping him off.
No,
off he goes, son, goodbye.
I drop him at Sills Rugby Club with a 20 quid in his hand, and that's it for the week. No, but it's a good thing. It's kind of like team building, and he's got to give a presentation on something at the end. It's
nice.
It's a nice program. Hopefully, he'll come back, with a lot more confidence.
Yeah.
So, that's cool.
So some of those things are brilliant nowadays.
You're going out tonight, and then working at the weekend.
Out tonight, working at the weekend. So I've got to be careful tonight. So it's going to be a fairly hardcore one because it's an award ceremony. They always end up quite messy.
Best intentions,
but fun. Best intentions. And then tomorrow I've got a really nice job on at Bertie Gardens.
So if someone wants the Rootless Pub, how do they get it?
If they want the Rootless Pub, they just have a look on our website. So www.therootlesspub.com. We've got an inquiry page on there. Or you can just drop me an email at mary@therootlesspub.com.
And we need to talk about the horse box as well next week. Because you've got a horse box bar.
It's the horse box that's out this week. So that'll actually be quite nice. So we can show some pictures of the events and things like that that we do this weekend.
And can people follow you on Instagram?
Yeah, so Twitter? We're on Instagram, the official Rootless Pub on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. To be honest, I don't really understand Twitter very much.
Neither does Twitter.
Yeah, I struggle with Twitter. So, Facebook and Instagram are the main one.
And
if you're corporate, obviously have a look on LinkedIn.
And please like the Facebook page, eh?
Please like the Facebook page and subscribe as well to the YouTube channel.
Yeah,
that would be really good.
This will be up there. And it's also, your podcast, this is going to be in iTunes by then.
I know.
How cool's that, mate?
It's quite exciting, isn't it, really? Yeah, that's going to be really cool, yeah. I just need to make sure I don't swear. I swore last week, didn't I?
You did swear last week. I didn't bleep it.
I said the SHIT word, so we're not going to do that anymore because now we've got to sort that out.
Okay. I might have to bleep the fact that you spelt it as well now.
Did I? What? No, I can spell it. Why can you not spell it?
You should say SH1
Oh, for goodness sake.
and then I'm going to edit.
Okay. Right, brilliant. Should we wrap up here? Fab, thank you. Thanks a million for tuning in. We'll be back on next week. In the meantime, if you do have anything in around your area, you find some funky pubs or some funky new drinks or anything like that, just drop us a line. And maybe
or even suggestions to mix something here live in the studio and try it.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'm game. Yeah. I'll do that.
We could do that, yeah. As long as it's responsible. We're not going to do like crazy shots or anything like that. Yeah. No. Oh, I detected a slight...
It doesn't have to be alcoholic as well. It could be espresso and tonic.
Could be. Not as exciting, but we could do. Okay. Fab. Okay, brilliant. Thank you so much, Ewan. Thank you very much.
See you next week.
See you next week. Bye.